Hello guys and welcome. This is iPlay4K, iPlay4K.com, and today you're watching PUBG running on a laptop that is equipped with the Geforce GTX 1070 8GB version GDDR5 video card, Core i7 7th generation, 7700HQ, not overclockable CPU, which is the mobile quad core, 8 threads, very nice CPU, 12GB of system RAM, and it's running on a mechanical hard disk, which doesn't make any difference in FPS from mechanical or SSD. You can gain max 1-2 FPS higher. I'm recording today with a shadow play, so my FPS should be higher by 2 FPS that you can see at the right top, because I'm recording in real time and I tested it takes about 2 FPS. I'm running it on a laptop, Asus GL702VS, and this is how it comes. I didn't do any upgrades, I didn't do any overclocking on it. It's running on the stock frequencies. I also didn't repaste the thermal compound. This laptop is needed for thermal compound to be replaced, and I already ordered the liquid metal thermal compound by Grizzly, which is one of the best on the market in 2018. I'm looking to lower my temperature by about 10 Celsius on GPU and 10 Celsius on the CPU at least. We will see. I'm going to create a video tutorial, guys, for you how I'm going to replace the thermal compound on the Asus GL702VS, and also how I'm going to replace thermal compound on Asus GL702VI version that comes with the GTX 1080 and 16GB of system RAM. I also going to upgrade my system RAM in this laptop, Little Dragon, how I call it. I'm going to upgrade it to 32GB by Crucial, and I'm going to create a little short video tutorial for you how to do it nice and easy over the iPlay4K.com YouTube channel. And the repasting of the thermal compound video tutorial will be available as well on 2 of those laptops. So do not forget to visit iPlay4K.com YouTube channel if you own one of the Asus GL702VS laptop, or if you're interested to purchase it. So I'm running today 1080p resolution. We're going to start with 1080p resolution, and then I'm going to switch to 4K. We're running 1080p resolution. Everything will be maxed out except the anti-aliasing will be very low. Running crazy fast, as you can see, so it's way above 60 FPS average. The Asus GL702VS laptop comes with the 75Hz monitor, and Asus GL702VI comes with the 120Hz monitor, but that version comes with the Geforce GTX 1080 video card, which is going to show much higher frame rates. Oh my god, that was nice. He got me. So pretty much at 75Hz, you're ready with this monitor. But today I connected this monitor to the external 4K monitor through the display port. So when I'm going to show you the 4K resolution, it's going to be on the external 4K native resolution monitor. The laptop is running hot, as you can see. Let me real quick, guys, switch the resolution now to 3840 by 2160. And I'm going to increase the stats for you so you can see what's going on, guys. As you can see, it's uncomfortable for 4K resolution to play. because the FPS is below 30 FPS average. But however, it's at the maximum possible visuals. We're going to decrease the visuals, guys, in a second, and we're going to see if we can achieve 4K resolution at playable frame rates, which will be like 40-45 frames per second. Because in this game, even at 30 frames per second, the gameplay will be uncomfortable. This is one of those games, the fast person shooter. It's a fast and first person shooter that requires at least 45 frames per second, but ideally it's going to be 60 FPS. At 1080p, you saw at everything maxed out without the anti-aliasing, it was 70 FPS average, 70-75, and I would say without the recording and with overclocking after the repasting the thermal compound with the lower temperatures, we will be achieving 80 FPS, guys. But 4K is a different story. 4K is about 25 FPS average. Jesus. Guys, I'm commenting in real time while I'm watching it, so I could do some mistakes. English is not my first language, so I'm apologizing for that. Wow. That's a serious bullet rain right there. So pretty much you can add up to 2 FPS to the counter to get the real FPS without the recording. Keep that in mind. Grenade! Bam! That's it. Game over. Yep. So, alright. So below 30, everything maxed out at 4K. So pretty much the same FPS scenarios, guys, will be at any laptop equipped with GTX 1070. Doesn't matter the brand. Also, this GTX 1070 laptop version is faster than GTX 1070 desktop version. It's between the desktop version GTX 1070 and between the GTX 1070 Ti. And in the end of this video, I will show you why. But let's go ahead and switch to, let's say, to medium. We're gonna do everything at the medium. Let's say if it's possible to play 4K at the medium at, I would say, 45 FPS. Let's go ahead and have a look, shall we? Okay, here we go. Immediately you can see the FPS increase to 35 FPS, and now it's much more comfortable. Some people can play it like this, the old school gamers. Not all of you guys, especially the console guys, will hate that. Their average is 60 FPS, so at medium 4K it's not possible on a GTX 1070 to play PUBG, guys, at comfortable FPS. It's below 45 FPS, and 45 FPS I call great, even for the consoles, but 60 is ideal. But this is the 4K resolution, and after, guys, we drop the settings, you can see everything is sharp and detailed at the medium. What if we're going to go ahead and switch to a low? I'm just curious. Can we get the 45? So I'm going to do the low instead of very low. And let's go ahead and have a look, shall we? Okay. Probably view distance I'm going to keep at low first, and then I'm going to increase, because you want to see far away for sure. Everything at low, guys, as you can see, didn't increase our FPS. No, it did. It did to 40 FPS. So you can almost 45. Without the recording, is going to be 45, about 45 average. So basically, you can play it, guys, like this. Look at that. Without the recording, it will be 40/45 FPS with the GTX 1070 video card, guys. Keep in mind, this GTX 1070 is 8 GB of version GDDR5. It's a Micron brand memory and not Unix, and as again, CUDA cores in this GTX 1070 will be 2048, which is 100 CUDA cores more than in the desktop version of the GTX 1070, and the TMU units will be 128 versus 112 TMU units in the desktop version. So theoretically this video card is faster, but just because laptop is running very hot and GPU reaching 80 Celsius, so start throttling, as you can see, at 80 Celsius, because when the temperature on the GPU is like 70 Celsius, the GPU reaching without the overclock on the turbo boost 1800 megahertz, and it's performing much better. So when I'm going to apply the thermal compound liquid metal by Grizzly, it's probably going to give me that 1800 without the overclock. Plus there's a possibility I could overclock it further if somebody's coming. This game is great with the headphones, guys, and there is a possibility that with the overclock I can, and cooler temperatures, I can achieve 30 FPS at 4K at everything maxed out. But as you can see, it's not good enough. But at low, not very low quality 4K, you can see 40 and above FPS easy average, and the quality in the game is not that bad, as you can see, versus the 1080p. It's still sharp and sharper even than at 1080p. Right now it's looking at 4K like at 1080p. So it's up to you guys if you want to play at this low settings. It's up to you guys if you want to play 1080p maxed out, or if you want to play 4K, and I just show you all kind of settings. So don't forget to hit that like button for time, money, energy invested into this video. And for those who is curious, we're gonna switch back to 1920 by 1080 and show you that low 1920 by 1080 for those extreme gamers that cares about the FPS more than about the visuals. Look at that crazy FPS, guys. It's 100 FPS, above 100 FPS easy. If you can play it like this, this is great. And I also going to show you some last settings, which will be, I'm going to put everything to ultra like I did, and I'm going to enable the anti-aliasing. The performance should be like at 4K without the anti-aliasing, but let's go ahead and have a look, shall we? So I'm going to apply this. The FPS will drop back to 70 average, 75. Right there, he didn't see me. Look at that. Look at the dude. That's it. He's dead. That was awesome. But anyway, 65 without the recording, almost 70, as you can see, 67. So 70/75 FPS, everything maxed out without the anti-aliasing. But if I'm going to enable the anti-aliasing all the way to ultra, what is it gonna give us, like so low? No, it's not, because my GPU scalability now went to 99-98%, as you can see. So it likes, for the GPU scalability, it likes the anti-aliasing on at 1080p, and this is the problem with the Pascal GPU architecture. It's so powerful, and it's using some NVIDIA energy saving technologies, so it's not fully utilizing right now the top dogs, starting with GTX 1070, GTX 1080 and 1080 Ti and Pascals. It doesn't utilize completely GPU at the even 90%, as you can see. But with anti-aliasing and everything maxed out at 1080p, it still can utilize the GPU. It's bringing the GPU to its knees, and this is probably how you want to play it. So you want to maximize it, and you want to enjoy with beautiful visuals at 1080p, guys. Especially if you're playing on a laptop screen, because the laptop screen in the Asus GL702VS, this laptop that I'm playing this game right now, comes only with 1920 by 1080 resolution screen, and but you can connect through the HDMI, through the display port, and through the Thunderbolt port up to 3 1080p resolution screens, or 4K resolution screens, but as you saw, not all games will be possible even to play at single 4K resolution screens. If you're planning to connect 4K resolution screen to this monitor, I advise you to use DisplayPort or through the HDMI 4K 60 FPS. Alright guys, well, thank you so much for watching. Today I show you everything. I think I show you the FPS. It wasn't about the gameplay, it was about the performance. And real quick, CUDA cores 2048 and TMU units 128 in this video card, and it's B version or the GTX 1070, not A version like in the desktop version. So this GTX 1070 is faster than GTX 1070 in the desktop version theoretically, and it's between the GTX 1070 and GTX 1070 Ti in the desktops when it's cool, but in the laptop it's kind of matching the performance. Everything else just the same, guys. Frequency is the same, type of memory the same, and stuff like that. And it's further overclockable, especially, let me go ahead and overclock it just a little bit, especially when by 75 on the core and a little bit on the memory. I would say let's go ahead and do by 50 on the memory. Let's just go ahead and have a look at our FPS, shall we? It's overclockable. As you can see, immediately boost will be 1720, and we overclock the memory a little bit by here we go, guys. Look at that FPS, raising to 75 FPS immediately average, which is nice, but not good enough to play that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And don't forget to watch my thermal compound repasting on this laptop video tutorial on how to replace the memory as well, if you're interested in Asus GL702VS laptop, or check my video on Asus GL702VI laptop, as well as I'm going to have all kind of bunch of games on this laptop recorded over the iPlay4k.com YouTube channel. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more cool videos. And this Titan V, yeah, I have the Titan V, and benchmarks and video gameplays from different games is coming as well. Thank you so much, and I will see you till the next time. Bye.